Hi, welcome back channel FC24. Alright, this video I'm going to share with you in terms of transfers. The trading transfers, if you do a partial transfer, the deduction of 1 will be from the source itself. Whereas if you do a full transfer, the deduction of 1 will be from the target player itself. Hence, it'll be less wasteful if you do a transfer to the ranked up player rather than unranked player, because anything that doesn't get transferred, and if you sell that target, also called a source player, into the market, everything will be gone. So you can see the unranked player, the maximum is 5. So if you do the transfer over, it will be -1 for every single 5. Imagine if you want to transfer to 4 unranked players, you'll be wasting 4 training points in total. So never do that. Rather, you do a transfer to a rank up player like this. For example, you can do a full transfer, all 20, but just -1 versus -1 for every 5. Really wasteful to do multiple transfers. You're just going to do 1-to-1. That's the best approach. All right, so just to remember, only transfer to rank up players itself. So what I'm going to do right now, I do a full transfer of 30 to show you that indeed even for 30 it is only -1. So imagine if you do a 20, it's -1 as well. Must as well do a 30. So I'm really happy to have another 104 OVR CB here, we just obtained. But of course, later on in this video I'm going to show you how to attain this 104 CB. So for now, what I'm going to do is to really swap into my lineups. Okay, so really happy we attained the 104, cover of them already. I mean, in total we have 6 104s, and with that the OVR of the VSA team is 103, and of course the H2H is 101. So because the placing of the players of LB or the RWB of lower ranking, even though it's a correct positioning, all this affects in terms of the OVR. So but nonetheless, that's not really important. More importantly is the VSA. I'm going to show you right now the cards I got today. So of course going to share with you how to get to 104 right now, but before that I'm just sharing with you in terms of the exchanges that I do. So in terms of exchanges, try to do it the daily basis wherever possible. Hopefully we get a 99 card for free, which I attained 1 or 2, and then of course those you can't be sold to ST, both are free. And I managed to use the rank up cards to do all the way, I think 19 numbers of the rank up cards. And if you do not have enough of the Mascherano rank up cards, you should use your gems if you have saved enough. For me, I've been saving my gems throughout the game, so not spending any until the last moment now. So I have sufficient of those gems to buy the Mascherano cards. I'll share with you again one more time. Do a transfer here, definitely not worth it. You better if you transfer to a rank up player. This is what I've shown you earlier, just a repeat to share with you again to emphasize the importance of transferring to a rank up player. But if you better if you can transfer the full 30 to another player. It's quite wasteful because every single transfer is -1 regardless of the number of transfers or how rank up the player is. So better to do a full transfer of 30. You just -1, you get 29, and then you're just going to do training again to go up to 30. And there's a warning sign: anything that goes to the market, the training balance in that original source card they're going to sell to the market will be all wasted. So that's something to bear in mind. For me, I'm not going to transfer of the 20. I'm just going to waste it because I have sufficient of those cards with training before. Having to transfer up, they waste a lot of those transfer points. We're going to save up really precious for the 30 transfers. We're going to do it. I'm going to spend everything I have to do the last 104 transfer because I wouldn't think I have sufficient coins or to buy another 104 card. So this will be the last one that I'm going to do so that we have 6 numbers of the 104. I've been selling my CB, LB and RB in order to have sufficient funds to buy the cheapest 99 card, which happens for me for now will be the 99 CB. I already have this, so definitely this is a cheaper card, but this is the next one that I'm aiming for. Of course, I could get an RM, but I don't think I have sufficient funds to that because the RM that I currently have can't be sold to the market, and I don't have enough coins to buy another RM to sell him. So if you remember, I have another video to show how to sell the RM or the so-called cards that can't be sold. You're going to buy a market player, then use that unsold unsellable cards and rank up the one that you bought from market, and then with that you can sell to the market itself. But it'll be very tedious because there are training points in that RM that existing have. So I'm not going to do that, but rather I'm going to sell off the players that I don't really have. Like I said, important to have sufficient gems in order to get the rank up cards. So with that, we should have sufficient rank ups all the way to 103, and then later on I'm going to spend another 75 really expensive though 75,000 gems to do really do out the rank. It is expensive, but it's a necessary step to do in order to get a maximum OVR and a maximum potential of this CB itself. So you can go to the wildcard weekly pack and then spend the gems. Gems has been dropped from 700 over 1,000 to 300 over 1,000 because I've been using up quite a fair bit to do this to rank up all the 6 numbers of 104 players that I have. Alright, so this is my 6th number of 104. Really glad we have that, and of course, if possible, later on we're gonna save up enough players to do the last training back to 30. So we'll just stay put what we have right now of training 29. For now, we're gonna sell all the other players where possible. You can see here we need another 860 training points. You go to, I think the last one, exchanges, then you can actually buy some training points, transfer training points itself. So it's expensive because it costs a lot. So we're really going to find money because I'm really dropping from few hundred million now to 14,000. So that is how much I've been spending, and a lot of calculation goes into place because just getting this 104. Like I said, a lot of selling of players, CB, LB, RB, all the good players that I have in order to get this 104, and likewise depleted all my coins because we really need to buy the training transfer points, and of course depleted quite a fair bit of the gems in order to get Mascherano out. So that's really expensive though, but we just got to do this. We got a 103 team OVR. Of course, like I said, important to really watch the funds do a lot of calculations, otherwise all this will go to waste. Alright, so now it's about finding sufficient coins. We got 300 over 1,000, and probably by then we should more or less have sufficient amount of coins in order to claim the balance of the training transfer points that we get from the and then we're going to do the training transfer over. Very expensive to do though. Alright, so now we're left with like 10,000 but really glad we got this moment done, and really 130 more. Oh my god, 130 points. Alright, so a bit more of my players, and now we have 500,000 spent again into this, and finally we managed to do this. 39 transfer points transferred over. Really fantastic player. Good number of training goes into hand with the ranked up. Fantastic. Really happy. I'm gonna place my CB in 101 H2H, and of course just now you saw that 103 VSA. I'm going to test it out in the VSA first and then the H2H later. Alright, so let's see whether is it much easier with a VSA with a 103 team. Alright, so you can see Johan Cruyff doing his best but not scoring. So sometimes it's like that, but you have no choice but to keep on trying. Alright, so finally we get a goal, and you get equalizer right now at 1-1. Winning with one very narrow win, very quickly equalizer by the opponent, and of course trying hard, and we're still losing out by 1 right now. Got to catch up. Alright, great. We got an equalizer again at 3-3, 4-4, and hopefully we'll be able to lead this 5-4 right now. Equalize at 5-5. We're leading 6-5, and hopefully a penalty goes. Oh, that's not working well. So let's hoping that we will win this finally. The last goal before we end, and we got 8-6. Get dropped. All right, so that reminds me of school. All right, so all the boys are walking in, and now let's only go to the exciting moments. All right, thank you so much for watching. I do hope you like this video. Do like and subscribe. Goodbye.